Anyway, my greetings to the delegates here, the officers of the Society, honored guests, staff of the county and state medical societies, my family and my friends. I thank you for the great honor and confidence you have entrusted in me as the 163rd President of the Illinois State Medical Society. About 10 years ago, I was elected President of my local society, the King County Medical Society. I enjoyed my time at that position. When that term was completed, I gave no serious consideration to any leadership position of this or any other medical association. However, I remained involved. I enjoyed participating in the issues affecting medicine. I like meeting new people from around the state, including many of you here today. I am thankful for the encouragement that many of you have given me, having more faith in my abilities than I believed I had. I hope over the next 12 months to make sure that your trust in me is well deserved. So what's on my mind this fine spring morning? While it's appropriate to talk about our relationship and patients, I would like to take that concept as a given. After all, what would our purpose be but without our patients? Second, I know we're all deeply concerned about the great changes occurring in healthcare today. But at this controversial and unsettling time in our history, I would like to talk only about one topic: us. Us as physicians, and the present state of our medical societies, and something of our past, because I think it will help illuminate our future. But first, I have one humbling thing to tell. I have a lie I need to set right. When I was elected when I was elected president of my county medical society, my mother misunderstood and thought I was elected president of the American Medical Association. So here she is, telling all of her friends that her firstborn son is president of this iconic medical association. And for whatever reason, my ego, or since I wasn't so ambitious at the time and really didn't think it mattered, I never bothered to correct her mistake. So how do I explain to her now, me standing here before you? Would she view me in this position as being a step down? The point is not whether one position is better than the other. The point is you shouldn't mislead your mom. You should always tell the truth, whether to your family, friends, colleagues, patients, and even your enemies. The truth for us as physicians is that we now face our most challenging time in our 170-year history. We need to discuss that our medical society is in great peril. I am not the first IMS leader to stand before you and raise this issue. Several have addressed the loss of our membership and the financial problems that have resulted. For example, 4 years ago, Dr. Kobler, the board chairman at that time, and I addressed this House about this very topic. At that time, I was chairman of a committee to address the membership problem. We tried various solutions to remedy this issue. Virtually none of the goals of that committee to increase our membership and financial stability have proven successful. In fact, most metrics of that committee have gone in the negative direction. The realization of this failure is extremely painful to me. Of all the items that has defined my service to this organization, the most singular one has been the membership problem. However difficult, we must face some hard facts. Our membership is aging. Fewer than 1 in 4 Illinois physicians are our members. Fewer young physicians bother to join our ranks. And it's not just one demographic or geographic segment that is resisting. For the first time in history, medical school enrollment has tipped to more women training a few years ago. However, as they join the ranks of doctors, there is no significant gender difference when it comes to IMS participation. Few are bothering to join. We need a solution to why tens of thousands of potential members ignore us. And a brutal conclusion is what we in this room feel is important is now less relevant to younger physicians today. The time of reckoning is upon us now. We must adapt or die. Our chairman, Dr. Craig Bax, and with the approval of the Board of Trustees, has outlined a process by which we might be revitalized. The project to redefine our purposes and goals in the deep shadow of significant changes in healthcare delivery and uncertain economic times will be difficult. It will not come without significant challenges and disagreements by some of our members and by some of you here today who so have well served the Illinois State Medical Society. The three groups tasked with this critical study of revitalization are small but representative of Illinois physicians. By necessity, they need to look at the future. Many members of these three groups are unknown to this House. Some are not even members of the Society. Some here today and in your communities may feel left out of this conversation about our future. As I tour the state this coming year, please feel free to come to me with your ideas and impressions. Hopefully, this work will be completed and presented to you at the House of Delegates meeting next year. I do not know what the results and recommendations will be. Some conclusions will be reasonable to all. Some will be controversial. A few may be divisive. I would ask that we all look at what's best for the physicians and patients of our state. Put aside any personal or local interest which would defeat what is best for all of us. Please join me in my commitment to making this process successful and pointing us in the right direction for our future. People are creatures of habit and loath to change, and physicians are no different. It is instructive to note that our current way of doing business, the county, the state, and the national organizational plans, is over 100 years old. For the most part, it does not fit modern times. Certainly, this model hasn't worked consistently well in our state and in most states for at least a generation. Fewer physicians think of themselves as belonging to our current system. They identify more with their specialty or employer or their hospital system. I would like to quote an expert on this subject. Quote, "The first thing to be recognized, however, is that the average county medical society, if left to itself, will become dormant. There are many exceptions, but this is the rule." End of quote. This quote comes from an editorial from the Journal of the American Medical Association dated September 2nd, 1905. It appears from the article that the work of Dr. McCormick as chairman of the AMA's Committee on Organization was going to need another year to rebuild a variety of local county medical societies. It would seem that this problem is ageless. My intent here is not to attack any single group. Rather, I want to inspire and invite all stakeholders to be a part of this process. As the Illinois State Medical Society goes through this reflection and change, you as local leaders need to encourage your local societies to make the same difficult examination of purpose. Like this example from a century ago, there are many lessons to be learned from the past.